Hi guys, welcome again to my YouTube channel. So on today's video we are going to be making egusi soup, also known as melon soup, but this time we're going to be making it with ofo. So ofo is a thickener used to thicken egusi soup in Igbo land. I'm going to be showing you guys the ingredients that we are using today. So this is our protein and this is our egusi, this is the ofo. This is our fresh pepper, palm oil, crayfish, and this is our seasoning cube. Yeah, and this is smoked fish, but you can use any fish of your choice. Yeah, this is ugu, pumpkin leaf, like you know it to be. This is our osisa. Right, let's start cooking. So I have spiced and seasoned our meat. The meat has cooked in its own water, has produced its own water, so I had to add water for it to cook properly for just a few minutes. So now I am pounding my fresh pepper. Voila, our pepper is pounded. So now I am putting the pepper into the soup. Yes, just like you see it there. So as you put the pepper into the soup, you stir. Yeah, more pepper. So you put the pepper as you like it. If you don't like too much pepper, you put less. So I just added the palm oil and added water. So now this water is supposed to begin the process of the cooking of the soup. So this is my dried crayfish. I am trying to pound right here. So now my water is on boiling point and I am adding my crayfish into the boiling mixture. So every time you want to add something, you make sure you add it when the mixture is boiling, not at a very dull point but at a boiling point. So now this is my seasoning cube. It depends on the size of the food you're making. The size of the food you're making will determine the number of seasoning cubes you'll be using. Yeah. So now my soup is, or my mixture is boiling. It's boiling. So I stirred it and tested it to be sure that my seasoning cube is okay. So right now, the next thing I'm adding is the ofo. You stir immediately, unless the ofo will form balls, lumps. Yes, the ofo will form lumps, so you start stirring immediately because it's a thickener, so it will start thickening almost immediately. So that's what I'm doing here. Are you seeing the mixture just changed instantly because of the ofo? So that's why you stir immediately. So that's my mixture. So I have to add water because I'm going to be adding the melon very soon. So I had to add water. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm still stirring, then I'll leave it to start. But okay, yes, so I like to add my uziza now so that it starts producing its flavor and scent into the soup. Then it's now I am putting my dried fish. I did not put it earlier so that it doesn't scatter. So I'm putting it now so that it can produce its own flavor into the soup. That's why I'm putting it now. So now the soup is at boiling point. I am putting my melon. So always put your any ingredients when your mixture or your soup is at boiling point. Don't put it when it's not boiling, when it's just at a place. Put it when it is boiling. So that's what I'm doing now. So I have to stir immediately so that it doesn't also create lumps, right? So you just stir and scatter if there are any lumps. Just by stirring it will scatter. Okay, so now my soup is thickening up. So you keep on checking it and be adding the little amount of water as the case may be. Just be adding, the more you check, the more you add water. So you don't add water at once so that you don't make the soup too watery. it depends on your type of consistency of the soup, how thick or how light you want your melon soup to be will determine the amount of water you will put. That's why it's always advised that you put the water gradually. So now I'm adding my salt for taste. Yeah, so as I tested it after adding my seasoning cube, I will now know the amount of salt to add to it. So I keep on stirring. I'll still add water. Yes, so this is me adding water. I'm adding water because I don't want the soup to be too thick. So the way you're seeing it now, it's still thicken up. That's melon soup for you, and especially when you use ofo, the special ingredient of today. Yeah, all right, let's check up on our soup. The soup is looking, egusi produces its own oil. That's this oil you're seeing right here. So I told you that the soup is thickening up, and that's what it's showing you now. It has thickened up, but I think I like it this way. So I'll just stir so that I will add the next thing. Okay, yes, this is the balance of the crayfish, because I added crayfish initially at the beginning. So now I just added the balance of the crayfish, the remaining crayfish, and my ugu pumpkin leaf into the soup. So I'll stir so that the vegetable, the ugu or the pumpkin leaf, however you call it, would mix up very well with the melon. Then I'll allow it to cook a little bit. So you will not leave it to cook for too long, because you don't want your ugu vegetable or pumpkin leaf to lose its color, right? So you just allow it to cook a little bit. So now our soup is ready and I am ready to dish. At this point I had turned off the light. I am dishing it out right away. This soup is heavenly, awesome, tasty, yummy, however you want to call it. The soup, please ignore the background of where my soup is. It's a little bit messy. All right guys, so this is our melon soup that we used ofo to prepare. So you can pair it with eba, fufu, semo, amala, whatever. Bye guys.